Congressman, it's always great to see you again. Your committee, led by Chair Comer, is probing this. What are the next steps in this investigation? And now this sounds like it could lead to criminal referrals.
Well, thanks for having me on. Let's put it this way. President Trump right now is fighting to stop the outsourcing of American jobs. Meanwhile, we are finding out more and more every single day that Joe Biden outsourced the entire presidency to an unelected, unaccountable shadow bureaucracy. What we're doing on the Oversight Committee is figuring out what in the world was going on during the 4 years whenever Joe Biden was in office. You know, whenever you look at totalitarian regimes, you know who's calling the shots. You know it's Xi Jinping in China. You know who's calling the shots in North Korea, Kim Jong-un. We didn't know for 4 years under Joe Biden. We need answers. The American people demand answers. That's what we're doing by bringing these people in, getting them, asking them questions, putting them under oath, and we'll see what they say.
You know, what do you make of this? The respected energy watchdog group called Power of the Future, run by Daniel Turner, now demands Congress investigate that Biden did not even know what he was signing off on when he signed half a dozen executive actions on climate change, including things like forcing the federal government to have net zero emissions by 2050. So we know Chair Cuomo says this should be null and void, but Congressman, we're really just at the tip of the iceberg about what he was signing in these executive actions and what he did not know what he was signing.
That's right. You know, the American people saw for 4 years. They watched his cognitive decline. We saw his very few public appearances that he was willing to make, where his eyes were glazing over, where he clearly didn't know where he was, where he was slurring his words. And yet the Democrat Party line was, don't believe the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was straight from George Orwell. And they told us Joe Biden is at his sharpest state ever. And we had a complicit media who went along with it, who now has no pretense of objectivity at all, who now we know for a fact is parroting Democrat Party talking points. Yeah. We're finding out more and more every single day, actually, how bad this is. And it does raise legitimate questions about whether these were legitimate executive orders that were put out under his name. And that's what we're going to find out. I don't think they were. If he did not know what was going on, if he didn't know what he was effectively signing or who was running the auto pen, I don't think these were legitimate executive orders.
Okay, we got this new book, you know, co-authored by Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson. Democrat Senators Michael Bennet, Senator Mark Warner left meeting with Joe Biden and phone calls, afraid that he was so out of it, they were afraid America was in trouble, that he put America in trouble, that after he opened the borders and after Biden released 11 terrorists from Gitmo who rejoined the terrorist fight. Listen to Speaker Johnson and what he said just a few months ago. Watch this.
And I said, Mr. President, thanks for the moments. This is very important. I got some big national security things I need to talk to you about. Sir, why did you pause LNG exports to Europe? Like, I don't understand, liquefied natural gas is in great demand by our allies. Why would you do that? Because you understand, we just talked about Ukraine. You understand you're fueling Vladimir Putin's war machine because they got to get their gas from him, And he looks at me stunned with this, and he said, I didn't do that. And I said, Mr. President, yes, you did. It was an executive order, 3 weeks ago. And he goes, no, I didn't do that. And he's arguing with me.
Profoundly concerning. Remember that from January, Speaker Johnson, that Joe Biden insisted he did not sign an executive order on LNG just weeks after doing so. What do you make of it? Final word.
This was effectively the biggest Democratic coup in the United States' history. This is the antithesis of democracy, but this is what you get by voting for Democrats. You get consistent lies, and you get lies from a media who covers it up. We've got to figure out what happened here.
Congressman Brandon Gill from House Oversight, thanks for being with us. Good to see you again. Now, please listen to this.
Thank you.